really important facts here before we get to Donald Trump telling Justin Trudeau that he's going to buy Canada. All right. And he's going to make it a 51st state. Justin Trudeau is sitting and is currently the prime minister of a failing nation. Canada's economy is in total and complete collapse. Canada itself is in shambles. Canada has reverted to effectively a technocratic dictatorship autocracy. Trudeau, who we firmly believe is the son of Fidel Castro, has completed his father's dream of a communist takeover in the Western Hemisphere, which is something that Fidel Castro has always been obsessed with. Now, we've done an entire series on why we think that that Justin Trudeau could potentially be Fidel Castro's son. Donald Trump actually wrote about it in his book. Maybe you can grab that little excerpt here. I mean, don't take my word for it. Listen to Donald Trump. But the story goes, Justin Trudeau's mom was a swinger. She was a wild lady. And she was obsessed with Fidel Castro. Justin Trudeau's father, who looks nothing like him, he's short and bald and snivelly, little Marxist. He's a little Marxist. He was also a prime minister of Canada. And he would vacation all the time in Cuba. There are tons of photos of Justin Trudeau and his father. There are tons of photos of Justin Trudeau's dad and mother in Cuba in their swinging days with Fidel. Justin Trudeau's mom loved Fidel Castro and talked lavishingly about him. Now, ladies and gentlemen, nobody's ever done a DNA test on Justin Trudeau. I would encourage it. All you need is one little, Donald Trump, just pluck one little bit of hair out of the back of his head. He was close. Trump was so close to Trudeau at this dinner, he could have done it. But anyway, that's the Marxist tendencies of Justin Trudeau. That's all of this sort of explained. Oh, wow, this is shocking. So is that actually little Justin Trudeau with Fidel Castro? Holy smokes. Look at that. It's like a father holding a son. Look at the similarities. I mean, it's chilling. Stevie Wonder could see this. Look at this. Ray Charles would be like, you know what? I can see it. I've seen the light. Look at that, man. You know, if you put up Justin Trudeau's father, you'll realize, dude, the side-by-side, the split screen is crazy. Can you zoom in on that? That's nuts, dude. That's wild. Trudeau, just grow a little mustache. Look at the hairline. That's how you really can tell. You know, that's how you can tell in male genetics. You look at the hairline, you know. Justin Trudeau's father is some pompous, short, bald little dweeb. Looks nothing like him. But also, I mean, you got to have time and place here. It's Justin Trudeau's dad. It's not, like, come on, man. No. This is like Prince Harry and Diana and her riding instructor. No. That's not how genetics work. That ain't how genetics work. You are not the father. Boom. Can we do a Jerry Springer like gender reveal DNA test thing? Can we do it live? Anyway. So that's why we think it's funny. Donald Trump writing in his book here, just to set this all up, Donald Trump writing his book. Hold on just a second. Let me grab that. Here we go. I got it, boys. Justin Trudeau and I got along very well, but there were natural differences. He's very liberal, and I, to put it mildly, am not. It's very interesting to see how we do in the future. But first, I have to say, his mother was beautiful and wild. In the 1970s, she would go clubbing with the Rolling Stones. He puts clubbing in quotation marks. She was somehow associated with Fidel Castro. She said he was the sexiest man I've ever met. And a lot of people say that Justin is his son. He swears he isn't, but how the hell would he know? Castro, look at this. Castro had good hair. The father didn't. Justin has good hair and has become a communist just like Castro. We don't deserve him. Okay? We don't deserve him. We don't deserve Trump. This is what Trump's writing in his book. Okay? This is what Trump was. This is Trump's authoring of a description of Justin Trudeau in his own hand And you can tell it's obviously written by Trump and not a ghostwriter because it literally sounds just like Trump. So this is Trump's take. Far be it from me. How much more does Trump know about the world than me? I'm just saying we've done our research here, and it's plausible. It's not only possible, it's plausible that Justin Trudeau is Castro's son. Anyway, the point is that there's no such thing as a functional Marxist economy or nation. Even China is just like a capitalist country with authoritarian controls. They're not actually communist. What Justin Trudeau's done is destroy Canada much like a communist would do. So even his own actions sort of belie where he comes from, right? The old commie instincts. So Justin Trudeau is in very, very bad shape. Justin Trudeau is about to, there it is. Justin Trudeau is about to lose in a landslide in Canada because of the damn parliamentary system. The Prime Minister has to call elections. So these elections will be when, boys? These elections will be in 2025. I don't know exactly when. It'll be very interesting. I'm invested in this because we have we have a big audience in Canada. Canada's our number 2 largest audience. And so we do our best, and we can speak freely down here. They can't in Canada, so we do our best to cover these topics. Look at this. Pierre Poilievre is the Conservative leader in Canada. This is like, we say that Donald Trump won in a landslide. He did. Donald Trump won all 7 swing states, won the Electoral College in a landslide, and won the popular vote. That's a landslide, okay? That's a landslide. But look at this. This is a crazy landslide. This is the stuff of dreams for me. This is what it looks like if the Conservatives, who are blue in Canada, Conservatives and Justin Trudeau's party, which is red, if the election were held today, Junior. New poll predicts Justin Trudeau's Liberals would drop to 3rd place. Imagine the Democrat Party having less members of Congress than the Green Party, right? That's what you're looking at right there. Or like some Union or Reform Party. Okay? This is the equivalent of what you're seeing here. So, bro, Justin Trudeau is down bad. Conservatives maintain commanding lead over Liberals. There's going to be a landslide bloodbath in the coming Canadian elections. So Trudeau, the last thing he needed to see was a post from President Trump saying, we're going to put a 25% tariff on all Canadian goods because you allow criminal aliens to flow through your country and come through the northern border. And this is something people used to laugh at us about, that there needs to be a northern border wall. We would say this all the time. Back when Game of Thrones was popular, right? Watch the wall. Like literally build an ice wall with Canada. But lo and behold, the numbers, there is actually a higher percentage increase year over year in northern border crossings than there were in southern border crossings under Barack Obama. Under Barack Obama's cutout, Joe Biden. And so that's an amazing map there, Killer Klein. So look at this. Now, there's also been a massive, of course, there's going to be a massive criminal immigration problem in Canada as well. Canada has allowed an obscene number of legal and illegal migrants into Canada. And again, blue equals conservative in Canada. Blue equals conservative in Canada. Look at this. It does kind of look like America, doesn't it? It does kind of look like the county by county map in America. These would be the seats in Parliament. The entire country is blue. Look at that. The entire freaking country is red, as we would see it, conservative. So Justin Trudeau is already looking at a catastrophic generational landslide that would put his party in 3rd place and would effectively just run him out of office. That's why Justin Trudeau went. ALX, how long was it? Like, Trump posted tariffs on Canada, and Justin Trudeau was on a plane in 24 hours flying to Mar-a-Lago. Bro was lit straight down. He packed his plane so full of fossil fuels and burned so many dinosaur bones to fly private right down to Mar-a-Lago, then got into a 20-car Escalades, gas-guzzling GMC Yukons caravan straight to Mar-a-Lago Like, bro was ready to rip. And here he is with Donald Trump at dinner, where they talked, according to reports, about NATO, about immigration, about the American dollar and American trade, about economics, about various wars around the world. This is according to the polite political reports. These polite political reports left out two quick things. One, that Justin Trudeau was trolled at this meeting, one by a little kid. The little kid did moose antlers at Justin Trudeau. I don't know if we have that photo, but it's like the really really famous one. And then two, by President Trump to his face. And this is why Justin Trudeau looks like this in this photo. I actually like this photo, Killer Klein, because Justin Trudeau does not look happy there. Trump is beaming. Justin Trudeau looks nervous and looks scared. He looks pale. He has bags under his eyes, and he looks peaked, as my nano used to always say. He doesn't look good. Now, maybe it's because there's a little kid behind him that's doing antler ears at him. Can you see this kid? Can you see him right up there? Killer Klein, can you circle him? There you go. Yeah, that's good. Dude, welcome to Mar-a-Lago, commie, right? Maybe the kid's Cuban. Who knows? This is a way to get back at Fidel. It's a way to get back at the Castros. But more importantly, and look at his, I assume that's maybe his dad right there sitting next to him. Look how proud that father is. He says, troll the commie, son. Come on, son. He lights your pipe, sips your bourbon. Son, make fun of the communists. Good job. Good job, Jack. Good job. You'll get an extra cigarette after your baseball game. I love this. This is America's golden age. But what we missed in this photo, which we've covered before, and what they missed in all the news stories, is that Trump trolled Trudeau to his face. So Trudeau's already in a bad shape. I'm just trying to lay it all out here. Donald Trump's already planning on buying most of the earth, okay? Because America can. He planned on buying Greenland in term one. Trudeau's there getting trolled to by all the little kids. All the little kids are neener, running around behind. You went to the Barbie movie. You wear tight pink shirts, right? You cry. What are the other humiliating things that Trudeau does? You trip on potted plants. There's all these funny, hilarious videos of Trudeau just being a total jackass. Look at that photo. Look at it. I mean, everyone sees this. What the hell is wrong with this guy? What is this? That's allegedly Trudeau's son, I think. Is that correct? Dude, this is how you're raising your boys? No wonder Canada's so effed. Going to the Barbie movie. And he brought his daughter to Oppenheimer. Dude, you get a CPS call, all right? Bring your son to the Barbie movie and your daughter to Oppenheimer. Somebody call Child Protective Services, all right? Also, what's the weird? This photo's so funny. What's the weird thing in his head? He has this weird growth in the middle of his forehead. Nobody knows what it is. What the hell is that? Something's wrong with Justin Trudeau, right? He hit his head. He busted his head. He got divorced this year too. You never trust guys like that. He got divorced. He got a mother, his wife of 20 years. Something's wrong's going on with this guy. Okay, something's messed up with this dude. Anyway. So he's already in a very weakened spot. He's already losing in the polls. Things are devastating for Justin Trudeau. Nothing's going right. He's hitting his head at the Barbie movie. And then Trump pulls this one on him. Why don't we just invade Canada and America will take it from you and you can be like the governor and we'll make Canada our 51st state. Ladies and gentlemen, the reporting by Peter Doocy. Let's go.
Well, Greenland, I don't know, it got really...
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau made a house call to Mar-a-Lago, hoping to avoid a new 25% tariff if northern border security isn't improved.
The threat of tariffs against Mexico and Canada immediately has produced action.
Trudeau is pledging additional aviation assets, like helicopters and drones, to watch over the border, according to Canada's Globe and Mail.
The public threat to the social media posting was on Monday evening. 4 days later, we were at his residence in Florida, having dinner to talk about exactly that context.
Things are changing, but Trump allies say the new foreign policy is actually pretty straightforward.
What you're going to see is basically the global diplomacy of rock, paper, scissors.
And tonight we're getting some new details about that Trump-Trudeau dinner from two people who were at the table. We are told that when Trudeau told President-elect Trump that new tariffs would kill the Canadian economy, Trump joked to him that if Canada can't survive without ripping off the U.S. to the tune of $100 billion a year, then maybe Canada should become the 51st state and Trudeau could become its governor. Right.
So this is not being corroborated by every news outlet in the world. Trump tells Trudeau that we'll just invade Canada. Why not? I love American military history. I'm certainly no expert, but I do know this. America has invaded Canada and did invade Canada very successfully, in fact, in the first battle of the Revolutionary War. We took Quebec. Do you know that? That not only did America take Quebec, that 50 years later, after the Revolutionary War, we took Mexico City in the Mexican-American War. America should have had total dominance over our hemisphere. It would have been very smart. We already invaded and took over Mexico. We've effectively captured the capital of Canada, right? Captured the largest metropolitan area of Canada before. America's invaded Canada before. We do this peacefully, ladies and gentlemen. Peacefully. We have a great history of that. Come on. The French-Canadian Wars up there, these are things of legend. Let's return to the legacy. Return to our great history. Jesse Waters with more details last night on how America could take over Canada. And we have some special maps for what America may look like in the next generation, how our hemisphere may look moving forward. Exciting times. There we go.
For Canada and Mexico, that means a 25% tariff on all exports if they don't crack down on the drugs and migrants bum rushing our borders. Justin Trudeau knows Trump means business. So he took a flight down to Mar-a-Lago on Blackface Friday to prove he is ready to play ball.
Prime Minister, was there a productive meeting with
It was a simple conversation. And Fox has exclusive details about how that Mar-a-Lago sit-down went. The two talked tariffs over crab cocktail and oysters. At one point, Trump told Trudeau to get our trade deficit under control, telling the prime minister it is unacceptable for the U.S. to run up to like $100 billion trade deficit. And if they don't, they can expect a flat 25% tariff on all Canadian goods day one. Trudeau apparently wasn't thrilled. Sacre bleu, you will kill our economy, he said. Then Trump said if Canada can't survive without ripping off the U.S., they're free to join America as our 51st state. And when someone at the table pointed out that that would probably be a pretty Democrat state, Trump says we'll split Canada in two, the conservative side and the liberal side, to keep it fair electorally. And if Justin wants to stick around, he can be Canada's governor. Everybody laughed, but most importantly, it got results. Canada's ambassador to the United States says the country's already talking about beefing up their border security.
Who cares? Show me the results. Nobody cares. Work harder. What are the results? If the results are that Canada stops human smuggling into America. Have you seen these videos? These trail cameras? So these trail cams, right, that hunters use and conservationists use to track the movements of deer and wildlife through the wilderness. Like every single night, these trail cameras pick up hundreds, if not thousands, of criminal aliens flowing in from Canada across the border, states like the Dakotas and Vermont, New Hampshire. It's a real problem. There's a higher incidence increase in criminal immigration in the northern border than there is in the southern border. So this is a massive problem. Now, Donald Trump hitting the nail on the head here. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you want America to look like this? Would you want this to be like the new map of the northern hemisphere? Look, we got Greenland in there. The new Colossus we look at how we could expand Alaska, kind of bump up the northern states there, the northern territories. You got bigger Dakotas and Montana, right? You can make a new states. Lincoln. Who wants a land bridge to Alaska? I don't want to have to show my passport to get to Alaska. We own Alaska. I don't have to show my passport. Why should I have to show my passport to drive to Alaska? It's annoying. It's inconvenient for me. And I'm an American, so I like convenience. I shouldn't have to. Canada should effectively just surrender itself to America. Make it so much you'll be so much richer. You'll be so much happier. We don't accept Marxism down here. Kash Patel is going to run the FBI. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. The freaking RFK Jr. Come on, you love RFK Jr. There's some fit people in Canada, okay? RFK Jr. He'll ban poutine. You don't need that stuff anyway. It's garbage. Gravy on fries. What's wrong with you? No. You can keep your Mounties. Everyone thinks Mounties are cool. Think about it. There's so many resources in Canada. Look at this, the brand new American Leviathan. You already add a flag. We'll make a flag, a little leaf for you. Look at that. It's great. And everyone loves maple syrup. Got it. Here's the bargaining chip. Got it. Straight from this show. Straight from us. Okay? We'll give you back Aunt Jemima. You love your syrup. We'll put Aunt Jemima back on the bottle. And then you can shove all your Canadian maple syrup straight down her throat. Think about it. It's a perfect bargain. Canada, come on. You know you want it. You know you want some Auntie J. Look at her. Look at her. Look at this. Think about your maple syrup all up in this right now. Just pop that up, Klein. Just pop that up. There. Just shove. Look, think about it. Don't you want that? I know you do. Christmas morning, pancakes, waffles, crispy waffles, Canadian maple syrup. Aunt Jemima. We make it French, right? Aunt Jemima. It's perfect. I don't speak French. Okay, so it's a great offer. It's a tender offer. Think about it, Canada. Everyone loves it. What do we got other memes? What do we got? Donald Trump, I promise not to do this to Canada. What I love about this is it's so unnecessary. It's such an unnecessary giant golden. There's nothing around it, right? So why the skyscraper? It's awesome. It's perfect. Well, think about how the views of that room would be made. Those would be beautiful, beautiful views of that room. There's plenty of gold in Canada. You can use the gold for the windows. Okay, next. What's the next one? Oh, yeah, look at this. The Great Liberation. There would have been no trucker convoy problems in Canada. There would have been no trucker convoy issues in Canada with the Great Liberator. Come on. Western Hemisphere Napoleon. There is a man who probably put this idea in Trump's head. We have this on good authority. Well, because we texted him this morning about it. The man who said we should invade Canada to begin with is Tucker Carlson. Tucker, who's, of course, what's the right way to say this? Like a de facto advisor? ALX. Tucker was sitting right next to Trump at dinner when we were there. We were at Mar-a-Lago a week ago. We're going back this week. Got some meetings where we're going to pay in cash only, if you know what I mean. Tucker Carlson's sitting right next to Trump. And they were having a great time. And you could just see, like, Tucker's like a de facto advisor for President Trump. Did this idea come from Tucker? All right. Our great producer, Danny D'Urbina, reminded me of this clip. This clip is like 2 or 3 years old at this point. Tucker, the initial spark right here.
I mean, why should we stand back and let our biggest trading partner, the country with which we share the longest border, and actually, I could just say a great country. I love Canada. I've always loved Canada because of its natural beauty. Why should we let it become Cuba? Like, why don't we liberate it? We're spending all this money to liberate Ukraine from the Russians. Why are we not sending an armed force north to liberate Canada from Trudeau? And I mean it.
I mean it too. Why not? Tucker Carlson did a tour in Canada where he gave speeches to packed stadiums, right? Big sports arenas. And they were really, really rowdy. It's really fun. Some of the clips. Do we have that old class? Sorry, I'm asking for so many assets, guys. It's just like there's so much great material here. Do you have Tucker Carlson in Canada talking about Justin Trudeau being Castro's son? Tucker Carlson has been the foremost front of this theory. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a theory. It's plausible. Do you have that? And maybe the UFC chanting F Trudeau. The UFC went to Canada. There's a massive F Trudeau chant that broke out. Dana White, F Trudeau. Here we go. Tucker Carlson declaring to Trudeau that he's going to invade Canada. Go.
Thank you for your call. You have reached the media line. For all urgent requests, please send your request by email. Merci pour votre appel. Vous avez atteint la ligne médiatique. Merci beaucoup.
Yes, hi. I couldn't understand the French part, but it's Tucker Carlson calling from the United States. And I'd be grateful if you pass a message on to the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. We are coming to liberate Canada. We are coming to liberate Canada. And we'll be there soon. Merci.
Messi. Okay, so here's this was Tucker Carlson saying he's going to go to Canada, do some events and some speeches, and here's what he said to these Canadian audiences that are packed in massive sports arenas.
Oh, you know, go to Canadian Tire for an hour. Justin, can you watch my kids? I don't think you're going to do that. Once you hit on your country, it's totally cool. Don't worry, he's a good steward. But he will collapse under the weight of his own ludicrousness and go back to Cuba or do whatever he does. But, right? You know, I don't know if that's true or not, but it's just too great to check. So if I ever meet him, I'm going to demand a 23andMe, like right away.
Here's all I'm saying is that Trump was close enough to get a 23andMe. This photo of Trump and Trudeau, they're so close. Yeah, Trump could. All you have to do is pluck one hair follicle off, right? And you could do it. You could do it. You could do the test right there, Mar-a-Lago. You could do the test with the robot dogs. This is I think this is just B-roll of the size of the crowds that Tucker Carlson got in Canada. Canada is prepared for freedom. Canada wants freedom. They want freedom, whether it's Tucker Carlson speaking or whether it is UFC, which we will be going to UFC and bringing you ringside at UFC. It's going to be so exciting. In about a week, I think. About a week. Yeah, today is December 3rd, so a week and a half. We're going to be sitting ringside here. It's going to be very, very fun. Hopefully Trump will be there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it sounded like when UFC went to Canada. Oh, do we not have that one yet? Okay, sorry guys. This is what liberation of Canada looks like. Okay, so I don't often get concerned or obsessed over any other country's elections. There's too much going on here in this country. It's too interesting. There's this good dude named Pierre Poilievre, is the way you pronounce it, and dude is That's the right way to compare it. You can't call him Trump because he's not like Trump. No one's like Trump. Trump's like Trump. But he's very much like J.D. Vance. Watch this clip of him eating apple and talking to a left-wing reporter and tell me if you don't get like big-time J.D. Vance vibes. Now, again, I've shown you the polls. This dude, Pierre Poilievre, he's the leader of the Conservative Party, is ready. His party is set and ready to win hundreds of seats in the next election. He will be your next prime minister. Big time J.D. Vance energy from this guy. There's great hope for Canada. Let's go.
On the topic, I mean, in terms of your sort of strategy currently, you're obviously taking the populist pathway.
What does that mean?
Well, appealing to people's more emotional levels, I would guess. I mean, certainly you tap very strong ideological language quite frequently.
Like what?
left wing, this and that, right wing. It's that type of ideological spectrum.
I never really talk about left
But
or right.
anyways, a lot
I
of
don't
people
really believe in that.
Okay. A lot of people would say that you're simply taking a page out of the Donald Trump book.
Which people would say that?
Well, I'm sure a great many Canadians, but
like who?
I don't know who, but
well, I really want to ask the question, so you must know somebody.
Okay, I'm sure there's some out there, but anyways, the point of this question is, why should Canadians trust you with their vote, given not just the sort of ideological inclination in terms of taking the page out of Donald Trump's book, but
what are you
also
talking about? What page? What page? Can you give me the page? Give me the page. You keep saying
in terms of turning things quite dramatically in terms of Trudeau and the left wing and all of this. You make quite a it's quite a play that you make on it. So I'm
not sure. I don't know what your question is.
Then forget that. Why should Canadians trust you with their vote?
Common sense. Okay. Common sense for a change. We're going to make common sense common in this country. We don't have any common sense in the current government. The guy prints $600 billion and grows our money supply by 32% in 3 years. That's growing the money 8 times faster than the economy. No wonder we have the worst inflation in 4 decades. I'm going to cap spending, cut waste, so that we can balance the budget and bring down inflation and interest rates. You want to be able to pay your mortgage again? You want to be able to afford rent? Then you have to vote for Pierre Poilievre, because I'm the only one with a common sense plan that will bring back the buying power of your paycheck.
Isn't that great? Isn't that great? I'm not wrong on this. I'm not wrong on this. We do have one single superpower on this program, which is we're alive. We pay attention. Pattern recognition. Dude's just like JD Vance. He's clearly scary smart. He's disarming. He's calm. He's calmer than the questioner. And he just shadow boxes that guy. It's embarrassing. He's like dunking on him. Like it was Shaq with one of those Fisher-Price hoops. Who says that? What are you talking about? What do you mean? That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. What do you mean by that? What? Like it's just a master class. It's a master class. It's very similar to what you've seen JD do throughout the cycle. Now his interviews were less viral than obviously Trump's interviews, but it's like a surgeon, right? Trump's very much like a sledgehammer. This is like a surgeon's scalpel. It's perfect. It's beautiful. And this is going to be the next generation of leadership in Canada. We're very excited about that. Here is the aforementioned UFC clip. Killer Klein is a massive UFC fan, so I didn't want to miss this. And of course, we got it for you. This is UFC in Toronto, and it's the entire arena chanting something very special. See if you can make it out. All right. So that's Canada's version of a Let's Go Brandon chant. Ladies and gentlemen, not a popular guy. This is a wonderful resetting of the table for President Trump. This is what you have not seen in so long in this country. You've seen just a abuse of our leaders because our leaders have been weak. Our leaders have been illegitimate. Our leaders have been frail. Our leaders have been incontinent. Our leaders are third world, banana republic level corrupt, pardoning their sons when they told the country time and time again they wouldn't. And so that doesn't deign respect from world leaders. Donald Trump does. Donald Trump, the madman, is back. And I love it. I love the results